All right, so this is Kenny Santos out of Toronto, Canada for KennySantos.com. It is Monday, so it is time for another network marketing tip. This one is all about the advantage that you have when you are new in your network marketing company. A lot of people think, well, you know, especially when you're brand new, you think, well, I'm new, I'm just not that good yet. But when you're new, you actually have an awesome and distinct advantage over those that aren't. And I'm going to explain that in this video. Now, before I get into the content, if you like my videos, if you like my blogs, if you like my, not my blog, not my blogs, but my blog, if you like my channel, then I invite you to do something really simple. It's super easy to do. All you got to do is like, subscribe, share, or comment. It is an easy way. It's also a simple way and a free way for you to support my blog and my channel. And so what is this advantage that I'm talking about when you're new? And the thing about this is that when you're new, if you want any chance of success, then you got to use the system. If you don't use the system and you become successful, it means that you're some superstar salesman and you're not using tactics or techniques that are necessarily duplicatable, and you want to be duplicatable when you're new, because you're new, it forces you to use the system. You got to point to the tools, you got to build for events, you got to let someone else do all the selling and telling for you. You know, I made the big mistake of getting good, I shouldn't say of not getting good at selling, because, you know, I am good at selling and I can sell well, but I made the mistake of making sure that I did a lot of research before I talked to anyone. And that is kind of, you know, it's kind of counterintuitive, because the best thing that you could do is just start talking to people, and when they ask you a question, say, I don't know, but I'll find out. In the meantime, look at this video. In the meantime, come to this meeting. In the meantime, talk to my upline. So there's all these ways. You were there to either tell a testimonial or to point to a tool. That is it. And when I say tell a testimonial, it doesn't even have to be yours. It could, you know, if you're selling some weight loss product and you met a guy that lost 100 pounds last night, you can talk about that. You know what? I just met this guy. He lost 100 pounds. You got to check this stuff out, right? You don't have to lose 100 pounds to tell that story. And so you want to meet him? You know what? We're going to be meeting with him this Saturday. You got to check this out. And so whatever that is, you have a distinct advantage when you are new. You want to make yourself irrelevant. You want to make sure that anyone that you recruit, they are doing the same thing you are. You're using the tools, you're pointing to events, you're using your upline. You want them to do the same thing too. You want them to use the tools. You want them to build for events. You want them to use their upline. And their upline at the time might be you, and you're going to get good at that. But in the meantime, it just makes the whole process look more duplicatable. If you come out looking like some slick salesman, a lot of your prospects are going to think, I can't do what Kenny does. However, if they say something like that and say, you know what, all I did was call you, and you know what, invited you to watch a video, and then I had you talk to Bob. You know, he's the one who introduced me to this business. Do you think you can do something like that? Chances are they're going to see and say, you know what, it's true. I remember one time I was at, I was having my upline, he was doing the close for me, because I said, you know what, you got some questions, talk to Bob. Bob's not his real name. And as we were sitting there, we were on the phone, and he asked me a question because I had muted out. He asked me a question, and I said, I'm sorry, Bob, I am muted out. I didn't realize you're going to ask me a question, and then I answered it. And then he said, you see that? He talked to my prospect. He said, see that? There's one guy on this call, and he's going to make the most money on this call, and he's muted out. He pressed mute. Can you do something like that? So just imagine imagine the advantage that you have when you're new. Now, if you've been in this profession for a while, whether it's 6 months or 6 years, and you haven't got that experience yet, and someone says, well, how long have you been in it? How much money have you made? You could always say something like this. You know what? I joined this company back in January. However, I'm just starting to take it seriously now, and yada, yada, yada. And then you can kind of go into the next part. But you know what? You should watch this video. You should talk to my upline. You should go to this event, whatever that case may be. So I trust you got some great value out of this. Again, I invite you to like, subscribe, share, and comment. If you want to see more videos like this, go over to my blog. It's KennySantos.com. You can put your name and email in. You're going to get an awesome audio and grow on your business. And remember this, every day, multiple times a day, the universe sends us miracles. We only got to do two things about that. We got to recognize those miracles, and then, of course, I was going to point to my hat because my other hat says it, we got to accept those miracles. All right, take care and create a great day.